Good morning, gamer girls. Today is the day. Today is a glorious day because Brown Bricks version 0.2 it is out now and you can play it. So first of all, if yours says 0.1 here, that is wrong and you are dumb, but you can change it back to 2 and then it'll work. Okay, I'm just gonna heckin' refresh the page until I get like a daytime planet. Nope, try again. Nope, try again. Nope, try again. I'm going to hang myself. Okay, that's something. We have a couple minutes before sunset. Anyway, I'm gonna show you what all is new, as if it's not obvious. But there's a changelog. How convenient. The day-night cycle, obviously. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. I'm gonna change the day length to about 30 seconds. There's the moon. He has a butt chin. And here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Anyway, it defaults to, I think, an hour or so. If you're feeling really happy, you can change the time of day to noon. But that's for the pros. I was just showing you what all the different times look like. Next up on the list, we have the physics engine. Obviously, it's not just flying around anymore. A bit more exciting than just clipping through blocks. But what do I know? Next up, I was already showing you the sprinting and the walking. There's also crouching. There's also twerking, if that's what you're into. And yes, it's just like Minecraft where you cannot fall off a block while you're crouching. Next up, the player flashlight. Okay, now I'm gonna have to refresh a couple more dozen times so I can get night mode. Nope. Okay, that's close enough. So that's just gonna help you see. It is a flashlight after all. You can turn it on and off by hitting R. R as in rapid rabies. Improved graphics. It no longer hurts your eyes to look at. I got rid of all the ugly checker textures. Not to mention these beautiful stars. If you look closely at them, they even twinkle. Which is completely unintentional, but it looks pretty nice, if I do say so myself. Next up, we have the block type system. As you can see, we have this drop down list of all the different block types. We have several hundred already. Look at this. Grass, dirt, sand, water, sand, water, sand, water, water. Give me the stone.
Give me the cigarette.
They don't really have any properties yet, other than their color. They still sculpt all nicely, like in version 0.1. You just hold down the E key. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Increase the terrain size. Okay, so if you go back to version 0.1, because I'm archiving all the old versions, all the hills look all kind of tiny compared to version 0.2. It's all wide and spread out. That's all I have to say about that. Next up we have the trees, designed by NoNo himself. He was in the Shrek vlog for all 5 people who watched that.
It's a tree! You heckin' did it! You made a tree!
I just wrote some code that poops them all over the world. Poop, 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 poop. Beach around ponds. This was just a last minute addition. Okay, now I'm gonna have to find an actual pond. there's a pond. I just added some sand around them. Layered terrain. So, if you dig down, you'll see there's a layer of dirt underneath the grass. If you dig down more, you eventually hit stone. And those are the only 2, 3-ish layers that I've added so far. I want it to get down to like mantle and lava. It will happen eventually. I semi-promise. Settings. Okay, so here we have the settings button. And you can change the rendering distance. That's 10 chunks, 2 chunks, 25 chunks, which is going to be a bit laggy once they all load in. I'm not going to wait for all 14,000 chunks to build, so let's move it along. Then we also have the pretty shader versus the non-pretty shader. I'll just show you what it looks like. Pretty ugly, but it does run a lot faster. More debug info. We're already looking at that. We have the player's position. X is left and right, Y is up and down, Z is forward and back. Chunk build is how many chunks are currently building. The larger your render distance, the more chunk build you're going to have. If you don't move, it'll eventually get down to 0. 1 chunk builds every frame. And that's how that works. I'm not going to explain what time is. Favicon matches time of day. Alright, you might have noticed this. Look at this. It changes depending on whether the sun is out or not. Isn't that hecking cool? This is going to give me a seizure. Mobile/touchscreen controls. Okay, I want to preface this by saying I do not apologize in any way for the production value of this segment. Now that that's out of the way, you can go to brownbix.lol on your phone's browser and you'll get this nice looking thing. All the arrow keys are on the screen now, and it works in exactly the same way. So I'm gonna build a wee little dinky on my phone just to show you how cool I am. A wee little dinky. Let's check the sculpt checkbox. And there we go, that's my wee little dinky. So now, when your marriage is failing, and your wife just won't shut up, you can start playing this, and just tune her out. Tune her out. Oh, you can't even see the arrows on this side of the screen. This is up, this is down, and obviously the arrow keys. You can even turn the flashlight on if you're into that. The very last thing I want to show you ladies is that it runs on the Raspberry Pi 4, and it runs semi-okay actually. As long as you turn off the pretty shader, set the rendering distance to a bit lower, and shrink your window size by way too much. If you have a Raspberry Pi 3, it will not work. So eat a dick. Now the reason I put so little effort into making it run on Pi is because, as we all know, Minecraft Pi Edition is facing severe abandonment issues right now, and has been for the last 7-ish years, I think. Alright, 6.5, I was close. Point is, they're not making it anymore, and this can be used as a replacement. Once I get the modding API up, it can be used to teach all the dumb kiddies how to write code. Isn't that nice? Without going into any detail at all, here's the list of thingies that I'm going to be working on for version 0.3. No explanation, this is all you get. And the last thing I want to mention is that I'm having a live stream dev party on Friday, November 8th at 4 PM Cornfield CST time. It's gonna be nice and chill. I'm gonna invite NoNo in a call. We're gonna work on adding vehicles into the game. This is gonna be a fun time, okay? The point being, Brown Bix 0.2 is now out, and for some reason I am several hundred blocks underneath the surface. That is all. Goodbye.